If you've been thinking about upgrading your PC or building a new one, you've probably noticed something annoying lately. RAM prices are going up again. And before anyone says it, no, this isn't random. It's not hype, and it's not just companies being greedy for no reason. What's happening right now is a mix of AI demand, deliberate manufacturing decisions, and how the memory market naturally works, and all of it ends up affecting regular buyers like us. So let's break down the real reasons RAM prices are rising, without the fluff. 1. AI and data centers are buying insane amounts of RAM. The biggest reason right now is AI. Everyone talks about GPUs, but AI systems also need huge amounts of RAM to move data fast. Training and running large models can chew through terabytes of memory at a time. Companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and others are buying RAM in massive bulk for data centers. When they buy memory, they don't care if prices go up a little, they just buy what they need. That means PC builders, laptop makers, and gamers are basically competing for whatever supply is left. 2. RAM makers cut production on purpose. This part surprises a lot of people. RAM prices didn't start rising because factories couldn't make enough chips. They rose because manufacturers decided to make less. For years, companies like Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron were stuck in a price crash. RAM was so cheap that they were barely making money. So they did the only thing that made sense. They slowed production, shut down some lines, and stopped expanding as aggressively. That helped their profits, but it also meant less RAM in the market, which pushes prices up when demand comes back. 3. DDR5 is taking over, but DDR4 isn't gone yet. We're also stuck in that awkward transition phase. DDR5 is becoming the standard now, but it's still more expensive to make than DDR4. The chips are more complex, and yields aren't as efficient yet. At the same time, DDR4 hasn't disappeared. Budget PCs, office machines, and older platforms still rely on it. So manufacturers are trying to juggle two generations at once, which isn't cheap or efficient, and that cost gets passed on. 4. Everything uses more RAM now, not just PCs. It's not only computers driving demand. Phones now ship with 8 gigabytes as a starting point, and flagship models go way beyond that. Apps are heavier, browsers are memory hungry, and operating systems cache more data than ever. Even things like cars, smart TVs, and industrial systems use RAM. What used to be considered overkill is now normal, and that permanently increases global demand. 5. RAM prices move in cycles, and we're on the way up. The memory market always moves in cycles. Prices drop, manufacturers lose money, production gets cut, demand recovers, prices rise again. Right now, we're clearly in that recovery phase. Inventory is tighter, AI demand keeps growing, and manufacturers are staying cautious instead of flooding the market again. That's why prices probably won't crash anytime soon. So, what does this mean for you? If you're waiting for RAM prices to magically drop, that might not happen in the near future. This isn't a short-term spike. It's the result of how the market is changing. That doesn't mean panic buying is smart, but it does mean buying when you actually need to, instead of hoping for a huge price collapse. At the end of the day, RAM prices are rising because AI needs more memory, manufacturers are controlling supply, devices keep demanding more RAM, and the cycle is turning upward again. That's not fear, it's just how the industry works.